What's up, everybody? Main boat guy back again. This time we're gonna do jet ski. This is a 99 Sea-Doo GTX Limited. This guy had some issues with his impeller. Attempted to do it himself, I believe, last year, and then still had a vibration. So we're going to pull it apart and see what's going on. So on these, let's see if I can get my light in here at the same time as the phone. I already took this apart partially, stuck it back together just so you guys could see, because I always forget to turn the freaking camera on. So you'll see that bolt back there. You see just the stud here because I've got the nut off of that one, and then there's going to be, that's going to be bright, 2 more down bottom. And I think, if you're trying to do this job, you should know, or you will know, you'll be able to find them pretty quick. And then you've also got your cables for your forward, reverse. I've already taken the bolt off of that one. And then on this side, for your steering, I've already got that off. So yeah, once you get those 4 out, if this thing's been apart before, once you get that 4th one out, the whole jet pump is going to want to come right out anyways. So be careful. Don't be like me trying to do it with just one hand. See if I can get this set up straight. Been off recently, like I said, the whole jet pump will come right out. If it hasn't, basically you're going to need to rock it up and down. It's going to need to come out of those 4 studs, and the drive shaft's going to come out of the inside of the impeller. So, like I said, this one I already had off, so it comes off pretty simple. That's our gasket, back side of the pump. So see if I can show you guys what's going on in here. So there you have it. There's your drive shaft. And that sealing ring, the O-ring, the large one that just fell off, basically seals it up into here so you don't have air leaks or propulsion leaks or anything like that. You can see this guy's cable's been bent at one time. But that's just for his reverse bucket. You want to be careful of these O-rings. Probably should replace them. 3 O-rings there. And then you'll be able to see the damage to his. Okay, I'm going to tell from there if I get this thing to turn. Yeah, this plenty dinged up. He tried to straighten it out, but with these things, if you know, on this propulsion system, between that and the amount of gap, if I can get a light on the back side of this, this thing's only supposed to have, like, I forget what it is, a few thousandths of a gap there, a few thousandths of an inch. We got a 1/4 inch gap, like all the way around. So the wear ring she's gone. So now we will separate. So we can get this up on the bench. Sorry about the camera. when you're ordering that wear ring, you want to make sure you specify plastic housing or aluminum housing. As you can see, this has the plastic housing for the wear ring and the impeller. So there, 3 Allen heads down inside of there. And this is the liquid, the fill hole. So we're gonna pull that off and try not to make a mess. I thought they were usually just grease, but we'll find out. I see the set screw there, so it makes me think there might be gear oil in this one. I believe. Just pry the cover. Yep, no, it's full of water. There comes some. It just looks like. Yep, that is gear oil. Okay. Good to know. So I'm going to let that drain out. But if you can see it, yep, that's going to be your shaft. I'll be doing it in my wooden, excuse me, wooden soft vise. Holding that right there, and then, I feel like something was. End play on that. And then see if I can find the right splint. All right, we're in the soft vise. With a rag too, so we'll try this. I didn't think that was gonna work, but I was hoping it would have just spun right out of that. It's never that easy. All right, so we ended up putting it in the solid vise, cast vise. Tried to do it in the soft eared vise, but I just destroyed the wood because there wasn't enough to grip on this. But just 1/2-inch drive on the impeller, normal direction. Be careful on the blades of the impeller. They are sharp. These ones aren't. These ones are very beat up, but especially on the new ones when you're putting them on. Tear your fingers up quick with these blades. Oh, she's stuck. Yeah, so you can see the curve of that right there will cause big vibrations. And then a bad angle to it. Okay, wear ring. This inside ring. this must have been a coated wear ring that was on here or something. Yeah, it must have been a coating on the wear ring, because that impeller does not fit in there. I mean, even the slightest little bit. So I think that's just the inners of the ring. So with that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in from the opposite side with a screwdriver and just pop that old ring out of there. Hoping to catch it so I don't have to cut it. You know, the next thing's gonna be to cut it from the inside. It would just make life a lot easier if it just, let's try our chisel. Yeah, life would be good if it would just slide right out. Of course, there's no edge, and this is plastic housing like we talked about before, so we don't want to crack it. All right, so I finally got it. Just kept on chipping away, cutting at that center. And then boom. Couple little digs there, I'll sand that down. No harm, no foul. Cool. So that's how you get it apart. We'll get the parts on order and get her back together. We'll be back. All right, so once again, I didn't turn on the camera. I've got the new impeller in, the new wear ring in. So basically, make sure that's in the camera shot. Loctite 648 retaining compound. And just basically coating around the outside of the wear ring. Then just a block of wood with the housing standing up and just tapping that into place till it's flush all the way inside. And then installing the impeller and just tightening her down. Then I reinstalled the cone there, and then this is going to be the top, so set screw on the side, and then topped it off with the gear oil. That's what I spin and still when you put it together. You can hear just a little catch in this one. But not sure if you can see from back there, the gap in this one is, she is nil compared to what was in that other one. So she should go like a bat out of hell. Don't forget the seal. A little white grease on that too. Get the dirt out of that will help. Any type of leaks on these jet pumps can cause cavitation, aeration, whatever you want to call it, and can cause you issues. So always want to be sure that everything's properly sealed. And if you made it this far, the rest is self-explanatory. I won't continue a video just putting this back on because it's real hard to get the camera shot. But you know, basically you're gonna have to have either somebody underneath with the drive shaft, just kind of gently get in the drive shaft, make sure you don't push this rubber cone in and jamming that in there sideways, or you'll never get it back together. Sometimes you can reach your fingers in and just wiggle it and push the shaft up into place. Worst case, you'll have to have a second person reaching up just to line it up for you. A little bit of grease on the O-rings that are on the ski itself, up at the bulkhead or the tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and that's it. It's reconnect your controls, make sure everything turns and moves before you go and test it out. But you know, and always fire it up in the yard before you go for a ride, just to be sure. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps somebody out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.